more important than things and items. And so yeah, for kids, man, it can get pretty intense. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, cool. So who are some of your favorite like male or female models of your children?
I like Nina Agdal. She's one of my favorite female models. I mean, I think she just is like, goes from Sports Illustrated to, like doing some like sneaker stuff and fitness stuff, and she's a badass. She kickboxes and boxes, and it's no Victoria's Secret foofy bullshit. Like, she's just like, I follow her on Instagram, and like her and her boyfriend are like super close, and it never seems like they have any indiscrepancies about her career. Like, she's confident in him, he's confident in her. So it's admirable to me to see the quality of a person more than what they've achieved or what they can achieve. It's just, you're a good person. Like, I like to see you succeed in this world. But there are some people that, are total like cocky fucking assholes that I don't think deserve to fucking do half the shit that they do. But, whatever it is that's working for them is working for them, and they're doing it. And, there's a lot of them I don't think are super talented. I've done shoots with a lot of big ones where I'm like, I can't believe this dude is like models.com like top earner this year. Like, this kid's a fucking idiot. He can't even like stand right. Like, it just makes no sense to me. So sometimes it's weird to see like these really super like high paid, high end people. Like, when you meet them in person, you're like really? Like, this is who the fuck like is the man right now? Like, this kid's like, it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's sketchy. I have to like tread carefully with that shit because like I don't want to burn too many bridges with who I can and cannot work with. But there's a couple of them for sure that I'm like, why? I just say why every time I look at them. Why? So I mean, it is what it is. I'm not hating on it. I mean, I can't hate on them. They're whatever's working for them is working for them. But there's a couple of them that I don't feel that really deserve the work that I shouldn't say deserve. If you work for it and you're there and you're putting in the hours like everyone else and you get it, pat on the back, power to you. But who they are as people, when I've met them and had conversations with them, are dry, pompous assholes that don't give a fuck about anyone pretty much but themselves. So anytime I encounter that kind of person, like, I don't care who you are. Like, I can't fuck with you. I can't be friends with you. I can't work with you. Like, we just don't get along. Like, I did a shoot with a kid. I don't want to mention his name, but he's a big guy. He refused to do a shoot, right? Call time was 6 a.m. He refused to do a shoot unless he got sliced fruit, right? Specific fruit. So when they brought him the first fruit salad that was all cut up, it had shit in it that he didn't want. So they had to take a whole bowl of fruit salad pretty much away, redo it again to his... So he didn't wind up shooting till like 9:30. It was like an hour and a half like fucking with this kid's fruit salad. Like, I was a second away from just putting my hand around this kid's fucking neck and just shaking him. I'm like, yo, stop being such a little fucking bitch. Like, just do your job. Like, do your job and be done with it. Like, I can't fuck with people like that. And a lot of them are like that. So it's hard for me to, like, keep my mouth shut about some shit. But I try to be professional as best I can. But some of them really suck.
So how much preparation exactly goes into the photo shoots?
Dude, more than you could possibly really fathom. Like, I mean, the creative aspect of it as to what they want to shoot is discussed months and months and months in advance. When you're shooting on location, it's not as intense because you can only bring so much to, like, say, a beach or alleyway in Brooklyn. And I mean, you can't bring all your lighting, you can't bring like all your shit with you really. So it's really just like sometimes a camera, one guy with a screen, hair makeup assistant. So on location, it's not as intense. But like when you're shooting a big production, like I did a commercial for Macallan, the Scotch, and the truss to hold the lighting and the cameras had to be held up by an industrial crane that lifts I-beams. So this truss was probably half a football field long. The studio was so big that you could throw a baseball as hard as you could at one side and it wouldn't hit the other wall. Like, huge 80, 90 people running around, just intense. Yeah, some of it is really crazy. Some of it is like, you just go to like some photographer's house and like she's got like a little screen set up and she's just like sitting there like smoking a joint, like just chill, like taking some pictures of you. So like
it really depends.
It goes either way. Yeah, it depends on the client. Yeah, for sure. But some of them are intense.
That's cool. Okay. So where do you see your career going in this upcoming this year?
See, that's the crazy weird part about it is, it goes from, so hot to so cold. And, it's just like you can make so much money like that. Like you wake up tomorrow and you're an extra $50,000 richer just because you looked at your email. Like, so it's really really intense. Hold on. It's an intense situation to be in and put yourself in because it's so unpredictable. So you can't really gauge where it's going to go, but I definitely want to explore more in acting and, do that aspect more because I feel that that's something that I'm very, very good at and I have the chance to really break into and do. And, but really the modeling thing is just kind of like, what's up, bud? Kind of just like filling a void for now just to kind of springboard me to get me where I eventually want to be. So, maybe some creative directing, some photography, anything like that. I definitely want to stay in the business for sure. I love fashion. I love the people. I love the money, obviously. It's crazy good. So, probably like some acting, creative directing, photography, something like that maybe.
Okay, cool. So that leads me to our next question. Like, what do you plan to achieve as a model, like in your career?
Well, there was really a couple of things that when I first initially started to do this, I had really three things in mind that I wanted to do. I wanted to get a magazine cover. So one cover would have made me happy, like Mom, look, I'm on the cover of the magazine. Like just to be able to tell my kids that when I'm 50 would have made me so happy. I want to be on a billboard because I feel that like riding through the city and like looking up at a billboard and like there you are, like that's just another one of those like ego boosters where you're like, shit, like that's fucking awesome. Like that's me. Like hundreds of millions of people are looking at me all day long, 7 days a week, 24/7. And I wanted to get that big money job, that $30,000 to $50,000 job where like I saw my bank account go up like that overnight just because I did that one job and I met that one amazing photographer and I did all that like amazing stuff that I wanted to do with that really creative person that not a lot of people get to meet. I got to shoot with Karl Lagerfeld, which was like one of the most phenomenal things in the world. I shot with him twice. And I saw his private studio in Paris, which probably less than 200 people have seen in their lives. So yeah, the fact to hang out there and shoot and him give me prints that were signed with his name on it, it was just like it was so surreal to see it and do it. So I haven't done the billboard thing yet, which is like my next shit. Like I want to be on a billboard so bad. Like most people don't care that much about that kind of stuff. Like as long as they get paid, their picture can be anywhere. Like I want that huge 200 by 150 piece of wood with my face on it, like dead in the middle of Times Square with all the shit all over the place. Like that's what I want. That's like one of my main things where I'm like, I need to go on castings where like it's going to be advertised on billboards and TV, and those are the ones that I need to really focus more on this upcoming year for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Okay. So do you have any advice for up and coming models who want to make their stamp on the industry?
I would say not to burn your bridges that you might have had going on for you before you dive in it, because what happens, which is what they're really good at in this modeling career, is they'll go, by week one, you'll already be on a job making money, and they'll go, fuck do I need another job for? Like, what do I need this for? Like, I'm 1 week in, I'm already making bank. Imagine 5 years from now, like, I'm going to be killing it. I'm going to have a couple mil in the bank, like, doing whatever I want. For some people who do it right and who are hard workers, like, it's going on 3 years, I've never missed a casting one time, not a single one. I work hard at my job. I do consider it a job. I don't eat certain things that all my friends get to eat. I don't stay out late when my friends stay out if I have shit to do in the morning. I got to keep my appearance about me. I have to stay in shape. It's a real, your body's your business card. So it's a huge investment that you have to make in yourself with time, money. It's not cheap, to ride around subways and ride around the city and go to castings and taxis and drinks and this. It's not a total party all the time. It's business. It really is a business. So for those new people, I would say, get your body straight. Make sure you're comfortable with how you look and how you feel. Don't get too skinny. Don't develop no crazy eating disorder because someone told you if you lose 10 pounds that you can be the next Calvin Klein model, because 90% of the time they're completely lying to you. So don't burn your bridges. Have a backup plan. If you're in school, stay in school because you could still do all your college shit while you're doing your castings and stuff. I have friends that are going to medical school that do the castings and stuff. So don't put all your eggs in that basket,
Right.
so to speak. Just kind of round yourself. Make yourself available to do other things if the time comes forward. Have a bailout plan and just like enjoy the ride, man. It's traveling and jobs and working. It's fun. Not a lot of people get to do it in their lives. So if you get to do it at the level that I feel that I do it at, it's a great experience. It's fun. You'll feel yourself grow as a person. But as far as it being your only thing, make sure you have backup plans for sure, because this shit is inconsistent. It's sketchy at times. You don't know the difference if it's, if you're the man or you'll never do another shoot again in your life. So just have a bailout plan. That probably would be my number one thing to say.